Scorpio, things for you are really changing on the home front, particularly this month of February. I feel like your family dynamic is changing, or your desire to leave the nest or even start your own family is being resurrected. I feel like you guys have this burning desire to do something new, something different, experience some things, but you have a family member who might not feel the same way. Regardless, don't let anyone back you out of doing what it is that you really want to do. But this month is going to require some action on your part. So get ready. It's time to start swimming. What's up, Scorpio? It's your girl Mel of Divine Feminine Works, and as always, I hope that this video finds you well and in excellent spirits. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. This channel is everything tarot, astrology, and spirituality. So if those are the things that interest you, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell, so you'll always be notified when I come out with new content. All right, Scorpio, this is going to be the Astro Forecast and Tarot Scope for you for the month of February 2021. I have to say from the outset, these astro forecasts are done by rising sign, not sun sign. So if you are a Scorpio sun, you may not necessarily be a Scorpio rising. So in order to find out your rising sign, I would suggest that you go to a site like astro.com. You'll need your birth time, birth location, and birth date. Put in that information and it'll generate a natal chart for you, which will give you your information on your rising sign. And once you find out your rising sign, I definitely suggest that you watch all of my videos, really. But I would suggest that you watch the video for your sun and rising sign, and maybe even your moon sign, okay? So just wanted to put that out there so that you guys are well aware. All right, Scorpio, so let's talk about February 2021. This month is intense, and if you've listened to any of my videos from 2020, you'll realize that I say that about almost every month, particularly last year. Every month I was like, this month is going to be intense, and this month is going to be intense. And I'm not going back on what I was saying. Every month was intense in 2020, am I right? But this month is going to be intense in a different sort of way. We've got 6 planets in the sign of Aquarius, so there is a lot of activity and energy wherever Aquarius is in your chart. And that's the area of your life that's going to be lit up this month. And for you, Scorpio, this is going to be your 4th house of home and domestic affairs. So everything having to do with your physical home, your immediate family members, any property that you own. This house also covers your lineage, like your grandparents, your ancestors. And it also covers things that are of comfort to you, if that makes any sense. All of those things fall under the purview of the 4th house, and that's where you guys are going to be experiencing the most activity this month. So the reason why this month is going to be intense is, like I said before, there's going to be a lot of planetary activity in this house, in Aquarius. Sorry, my nose. There's something about when I start doing these videos, like my nose and everything starts itching. So if you see me do that, just pay me no mind. But anyway, Aquarius is all about stepping outside of the box and deviating from the norm. I feel like 2020 was really about breaking the molds that we were in on a personal level and on a society level. If you notice, like, there's so much revolution going on in the world, and that is very indicative of Aquarius energy. And so when it comes to your home and domestic life, Scorpio, I feel like a lot of you are going to redefine what home means to you and what home looks like to you. So things are going to get pretty interesting. So let's start at the beginning. So we'll start with the sun. So the sun moved into the sign of Aquarius last month. I believe it was January 19th. And it will stay there until February 18th. So when the sun is in Aquarius, and for you, Scorpio, in your 4th house, your consciousness is focused on home matters. So you could be, spending more time at home. You could be dealing with immediate family members more. You may be researching your lineage or getting in touch with your ancestors. For those of you that own property, you may be tending to property matters a lot more this month because that's where your consciousness is focused. Additionally, the 4th house, like I said before, speaks of family members, immediate family members. So your mother, your father, and your grandparents. So during this time, you may find that you may be communicating with them more. You may be reaching out to them. You may be thinking about them more. They may really be on your mind and in your heart this month. Now, once the sun moves into the sign of Pisces on February 18th, your focusness, did you hear that? It's not even a word. I combined focus and consciousness. So maybe that is going to be a new word. Your focusness is going to move towards your 5th house of self-expression. The 5th house covers creative endeavors, romantic partners, children, fun, entertainment. All of those things fall under the purview of the 5th house. So when the sun moves into Pisces, that's where your focus is going to shift. All right, so let's talk about the moon, because we've got a new moon and a full moon, just like we do every month. Although some months may have 2 full moons, but this month is only going to have 1 new moon and 1 full moon. The new moon is going to be in Aquarius, as where everything else is right now, and that's happening on February 11th. New moons are all about setting new intentions and planting new seeds. With this happening in your 4th house of home and domestic life, you guys may be focused on setting new intentions related to that. So maybe you want to purchase a home. Maybe you want to purchase property. Maybe you want to improve your living situation. Maybe you guys may be moving or something like that. All of those things are fair game for the new moon. So if you want to experience any of those things, you'll want to set the intentions for that on February 11th or around February 11th when the new moon occurs. Just keep in mind that Mercury is still retrograde until the end of the month. So any communications, any paperwork, you might want to hold off on those until Mercury goes direct. And then we have a full moon in the sign of Virgo on February 27th. Full moons are all about illumination. So they're going to show you the results and the fruition of seeds that you planted 6 months prior. Or they're going to uncover something or some things that have been hidden and in the dark. So for you, Scorpio, this is happening in your 11th house of friendship and goals. So on the one hand, some of you may see a goal that you've been working towards for at least the last 6 months come to fruition. You're going to start to see the results of that around the time of this full moon. For others of you, a situation involving a friend or members of a group that you belong to are going to, like, something is going to be illuminated and uncovered. So it might be good or it might be not so good. So just brace yourself, because this full moon is going to be trine to Uranus, and Uranus is all about surprises. So expect the unexpected. All right, so moving right along, we're going to talk about Mercury. Like I mentioned before, Mercury is retrograde and has been retrograde since the end of January. So with Mercury being in your 4th house of home and domestic affairs, you may find that your communication with family members has become strained and frustrating. You may find that it's very difficult to get the right words out or to be understood. There's just miscommunication amongst family members at this time while Mercury is still retrograde. Another way that this can sort of manifest itself is with paperwork, particularly having to do with your home or property that you own. So you may experience miscommunication when it comes to contracts. Paperwork goes missing. Accidents are prone to happen at home because Mercury retrograde also speaks to accidents. So if you have to sign any contracts or get paperwork done, now might not be the time. I mean, if you really have to, then you have to. But make sure that you go through everything with a fine-tooth comb, because discrepancies, misplaced commas are very common with Mercury retrograde. So keep that in mind. But things should kind of go back to normal once Mercury moves direct at the end of the month, which I believe is going to happen around February 20th. Okay. So moving right along, finally, we get to Venus. Venus is making some moves this month, and she's really, how should I put this? She's really making us view the things that we deem beautiful in a different way, especially with her going into Aquarius. So Venus first went into Aquarius on February 1st. And again, this is happening in your house of home and domestic affairs. So this is all about your relationships with your immediate family members. I feel like Venus is all about peace and harmony. So if you guys have been experiencing some unrest in your relationships, your familial relationships, I feel like Venus is going to smooth things over this month. I feel like for some of you, Venus is also going to get you to establish. I'm like, so this is Mercury retrograde at work, all right? Venus is going to get you to establish or develop a relationship with your ancestors. So a lot of you that have been thinking about and researching like ancestor veneration and stuff like that, or just even like your lineage, like your family tree, I feel like you guys will want to get to know more about that and find the beauty in your family history. So that's another way that Venus could sort of play out in Aquarius. Regardless, I feel like Venus is just going to make things at home just a little more pleasant. If you're looking to improve on your home, Venus is all about a beautiful aesthetic. So now would be a great time to redecorate, move stuff around, buy some new furniture or new decorations for your home. Like Venus energy is really great for that. So keep that in mind as well. And by the time February ends, Venus will have made her way into Pisces, which is your 5th house of self-expression and children and having fun. So Venus is about love. It's about attraction. And this transit of Venus is probably going to make you more attractive when it comes to dating. The 5th house also covers romantic partnerships and like dating and stuff like that. So Venus is going to give you an extra boost of energy when it comes to that. It's also going to make relations with people that you date or people that you encounter in a fun and lighthearted sort of way more harmonious. So if you've been looking to get out there and start dating, you'll probably have to do it online for the most part. But it's going to go well if you decide to do that. So keep that in mind. Venus in the 5th house is also going to affect your relationships with children. So if you have children, things might be a little better with them this month as well. So as you can tell, there's a lot going on this month. I think it's all for the better. We are setting up a new foundation. We're moving to a new earth. And February is like the kickoff month. So enjoy it while it lasts. All right, Scorpio. So now that we've gotten the astrology out of the way, let's get into the tarot and see what messages Spirit has for you this month. First card out, we've got gifts. All right, nice. So you're going to receive something without having to do anything. Something good and positive is going to come your way. Venus is known as a benefic, and as a benefic, she bestows positive type energy. So I feel like Venus's transit through your 4th house and eventually into your 5th house is what's going to bring about this gift. Let's look further to see what this gift is. Oh, we've got ego. Interesting. This juxtaposition is kind of weird. Ego. It's almost like some of you appear larger than life or larger than you really are. This is like, it's almost like I was on a roll and then it's like, I got like railroaded. Some of you, your ego is taking a hit this month. Whoa, I'm feeling very weird energy right now. It's like everything's going good and then boom, let's look into this further in a bit and see what this really is. And then we've got a judgment. And it says, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. All right. For some of you, and I can't remember which sign got this, but there's another sign that got this Judgment card as well this month. For some of you, you're very much living in your ego, and I feel like your ego is what's stopping you perhaps from receiving this gift. Some of you are very judgmental, particularly when it comes to your family. Either you or someone in your family has a big ego, and I feel like it gets, you see how you can't tell. Well, let me put the cards up. But this ego card is in the middle. And I feel like someone's ego gets in the middle of everything. It's like you could be experiencing something nice with your family and someone's ego gets in the way. They could be very judgmental. This could be you or a family member. And it just like ruins everything. You know, like sometimes you have that family member that just, it's like they throw a wet blanket on your picnic like every time you see them or interact with them. That's what I'm getting. I feel like everyone can be in a good mood. Everyone can be laughing, smiling, enjoying each other. And then boom, this person comes in the room and everyone's like, oh God. Like they're just nitpicky, judgmental, always have something to say about what you're doing, what you're wearing. Yeah. That's that railroad feeling that I was getting before. So, this is interesting. All right, let's get some more cards out here. Okay. We've got Ace of Wands, Two of Swords. Yeah, it's almost like this is like, Ace of Wands is all about new beginnings. It's all about like the fire of creation. And I feel like it's almost like you're looking to create something, or you're looking to just express yourself uniquely. And then someone comes in, this someone is like these birds, and they just like fuck with you. And it gets you to just stop. It's like a blockage. The Two of Swords, this is the Two of Swords, right? Yeah. The Two of Swords is all about like a blockage, a standstill. And that's how this person is. You could be ready to create something. You could be ready to do something new in your family. Not even in your family. I feel like you could be doing something new and a family member, they start sowing seeds of doubt, seeds of judgment, seeds of negativity that just like stop you in your tracks. Okay. And then we have Justice. The way that this person interacts with you affects how you see yourself. It's a very, although the Justice card speaks of balance, I feel like it's very unbalanced here. This person could be a Libra. But the dynamic in the family is all wonky. Or it could be your dynamic at home, because the fourth house speaks of, could be like your roommates, people that you literally live with. Or people that you consider like family. Okay, let's get some more cards out here. Okay. We've got the King of Swords. This definitely could be a Libra. I'm getting strong ass Libra vibes. This person throws a wet blanket on him. They're very up. See? Judgment. Judgment. This person is real. First of all, very Libra. Very judgmental. Very judgmental this person is. It's almost like they talk a lot in your head. They talk a lot in your ear. And then we've got the Four of Cups, which is right under this Ace of Wands. So you have this idea, you want to express yourself, you have this new thing that you want to do. And because this person is in your ear, being judgmental, sowing seeds of doubt and negativity, now you're like this. You're like, I don't want to do it anymore. It's whatever. Not realizing that there's a whole ass opportunity with this thing that you're trying to do. And I'm gonna clarify to see what this thing is. But you're missing out. You're missing opportunities because you're listening to this person. Even if you're not necessarily actively listening to this person, I feel like you're letting their energy get to you. And then we have the Chariot. Yeah, it's time for you to move forward. It's almost like you've got to take the good with the bad and move forward anyway. You need to get unstuck. Temperance. This is exactly what I was just saying. You need to temper the good with the bad. It's not like you just close yourself off to what they're saying, because sometimes judgment and criticism can be very helpful. I mean, think of constructive criticism, right? You need to take the good with the bad and move forward. But the point is, you need to move forward. A lot of you are missing out on this gift, on this opportunity, on this new thing that you want to create, because you're stuck. So you got to take all of that energy and transmute it into fuel to move forward. Temperance is all about alchemy, right? And alchemy is like, if you're thinking about alchemy in the ancient sense, it's about turning lead or baser metals into gold. It's like you gotta turn shit into shinola and move forward. There you go, Scorpio. All right, let's get one more card from this deck out here. Oops. 3 of Wands. Yeah, it's like y'all are waiting on the shore, but your ship is not coming in. You got to go towards it. You see how she has a surfboard? I just hear Drunken Love, Beyonce right now. Sorry, I'm like vibing it. I'm like vibing to it in my head. You got to go out there and get it. Take action. Stop waiting on the shore for shit to come to you. The reason why it's not coming to you is because you've got all of this garbage kind of energy around you. Transmute that into fuel to get out there, paddle out to sea, and ride those waves. Yeah. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune. It's time. The time has come. Your fortune awaits you. Some of you, I feel like this is like an opportunity that you want to take advantage of. But you're in this sort of energy, like, oh my gosh, this person's telling me I can't do it. They're like judging me, or they're like nitpicking at every idea that I have. So let me just chill. Let me just chill. Nah. The time has come to move forward. You're doing yourself a disservice. You're not being fair to yourself by allowing this to go on any longer. Venus is all about fairness and equality. It can be really difficult with family because family can have a really huge bearing on us, particularly grandparents and parents. It's like their advice can sometimes be gospel, and what they say to you and about you, a lot of us tend to take personally. We internalize it, and in turn, it might be debilitating to us. It might stop us in our tracks. Just like I said at the beginning of the video, how this ego just comes in and like railroads you. I feel like a lot of you experience that with your immediate family members. And I feel like the time has come for you to move forward. Whatever they're saying, however they make you feel, take it with a grain of salt. Don't internalize it, and use that fuel to use it to make fuel to move forward. Let that be your motivating factor. If anything, even though grandma thinks I can't do it, even though my dad thinks I ain't shit or whatever, I'm not saying that that's what your parents think about you. I'm just giving you an example. I can still do this. Let me do it anyway. That's the attitude that you need to take this month. All right. So I wanted to clarify this. Ace of Wands, because this seems to be the opportunity that you may be missing out on right now. Ooh. Judgment. It may be an opportunity from the past. Something that you've been thinking about for a while, but that you were like, nah, I can't do it. Or no, it's not going to work out. I feel like this is going to be reignited. Particularly with Mercury being retrograde. Maybe you want to buy a house, right? And maybe you had started saving money. Maybe you even like started shopping for it. And there may have been a family member who discouraged you. It's like, oh, maybe you don't know how to handle your finances. Maybe you're not ready to move out. But that drive and that motivation to want to purchase your own home or move out or change residence or move someplace different, move away from home. that feeling, that desire may be reignited with this Mercury retrograde. Don't let anyone dissuade you from doing what your heart desires. Listen to what they have to say, because they may have inherent in those gems. Inherent in that shit that they're giving you may be some gems. That's what you have to extract from whatever it is that they're saying, or however it is they're making you feel, in order to move forward. So keep that in mind. I want to get another card on this Ace of Wands. There we go. We've got main male. So this could be a male family member. Doesn't necessarily have to be male. They could just carry masculine energy. But look at this card. Whoever comes to mind when you see this card, that's who is probably behind this. And who also may be a Libra or have heavy Libra energy. That may be the... Oh, yeah, at the bottom of the deck, we have official person. So this could definitely be a patriarch in your family who is like sowing seeds of doubt within you. Let's see what action steps you need to take right now, because that's also going to be very important. Now is the time to be... I feel like Spirit is going to push you to do this, but you have to meet Spirit halfway. You've got to get in the water. You've got to take action right now. So let's see what this is. This is too many. It's the problem with this deck. It like sticks, so it's hard for me to get like... I got two, so I'll take it. All right. The Hanged Man. Some of you are still hesitant about taking action. But even if you're hesitant about taking action, you got to think about the situation differently. The Hanged Man is all about seeing things from a different perspective. So even if you're not ready to take action right now, you need to change your mind. You need to change your mind about how you view the situation, how you think about the situation. Oh, and look at this. We've got the Fool. The Fool is jumping off the cliff. Yeah. It's time for you to take action. Some of you have been inactive for a while. And Spirit is like, you know what? I see that you've been sitting on your ass. You've been thinking about this, but you haven't taken any action. Spirit is about to kick your ass off the cliff. In a good way, of course. In a good way. You need that. You need that push. And it's for a good reason. And I love how in this card with the King of Swords, you have this owl here. Some of you, this family member does spit knowledge. I'm not going to just completely discount whatever this family member is saying. Like I said before, there are gems inherent in this shit that this family member is giving you. But you need to extract that wisdom from it. It's seeing things in a different perspective that's going to allow you to tap into your own wisdom about the situation. And again, the situation could be something from the past, moving out, changing residences, changing your family dynamic. All of those things I feel like pertain to this particular reading, Scorpio. But in any event, it is time to move forward. I want to find out more about who this family member is. I'm being nosy right now. I'm not even going to front. I want to find out who this family member is, what they're about. Who is this family member? Okay. Ace of Cups. Interesting. This is about like new relationships. Let me get another one here. Temperance. I'm getting a new relationship with a Sagittarius. So this family member may have just gotten into a new relationship with somebody. And the Star. This speaks to Aquarius. So they just, if they started a new relationship with someone, it was very recently, at least since the end of last month. Excuse me. I also feel like there's something about changing relationships. So your relationship with this person may have changed recently also. Let's get another one here on this person. They may have just gotten out of a relationship with a Sagittarius, or their relationship status may have just changed. All right. What did I just say? Change. They may be newly single too. Oh, okay. I'm getting it now. So they're having relationship issues. They just got out of a relationship. And so they're a little like bitter, or they're just, you know how some people, if one area in their life isn't right or something in their life isn't going right, they sort of take it out on everybody else. I feel like this person has the tendency to do that, and they've been doing that with you with respect to this particular situation that we're talking about. All right, so let's get some astrology cards to close out this reading. All right. Yeah, this person, I don't know why, but I'm getting this person may be like small in stature. Like you see this ego card, it's like your shadow is super big, but I feel like this person really isn't in real life. It's like their bark is bigger than their bite. And I'm seeing like a small chihuahua, a small like poodle or something. Like this person could have a small dog, but they just could be someone who's kind of small, but their ego is larger than life. We've got Leo, the Lover, and it says expressive, creative, loving, playful, warm, overt. I feel like this speaks to when Venus is going to go into your 5th house in Pisces season. I feel like it's going to really be time, for some of you, it's going to be time to really get out there. Oh, but then at the bottom of this card, we've got egotistical. So the person that you're dealing with at home, this family member could be a Leo. They could act like you know how Leos are like the king of the jungle. I feel like they've got a mighty roar, but again, this person is like small in stature. It's really funny the way that like Spirit is showing it to me. All right, let's get 2 more cards here. We've got Jupiter, expansion. Some of you are looking to leave the nest, or some of you are looking to expand your family. Maybe you want to have more children. Maybe you just want to buy a bigger home. Maybe you want to leave home. But I see that you guys have outgrown where you currently are. And this may not be rubbing your family member the right way. Or because maybe they are experiencing so Jupiter is about expansion, right? Because this person may have just got out of a relationship, they're feeling like shrinkage. That's what they just told me, shrinkage. So they may be like nitpicking and judgmental at you because they're bitter about their lessening situation while they see that you are on the come up and you are expanding in life. Let's get one more. 10th house, reputation. I feel like if you're looking to move, purchase a home, expand your home, whatever, I feel like this person may be talking to you about your career. Like, do you even make enough money to do that? Can your career support these big aspirations that you have? Some of them, if you're looking to have a child or create your own family, I feel like they're going to maybe get on you about your reputation or your partner's reputation, your baby mama, your baby daddy, your husband, or whoever. I feel this energy of reputation, like they're going to, maybe for some of you, you may not have a partner, but you still want to have a child. And this family member is old school. They're going to be like, well, what are people going to say? You're having a child and you're not married. Like something along those lines. But I feel like that may be how this plays out. But again, Scorpio, it's all about taking action. Don't let anyone guilt you, like sow seeds of doubt or negativity in the plans that you have for your life, because your life is ultimately your own. You are in charge of writing your own story. As much as family likes to narrate our lives for us, and they may come from a place of love and of caring or protection, ultimately your life is yours to live. And if there's something that you want to do, something that you want to create in this life, go for it. Don't let people back you out of what it is that you want to do. But you got to take action. And I really think that the time to take action is now. All right, Scorpio, that has been your astro forecast and tarot scope for the month of February 2021. I sincerely hope that you were able to get at least one important message from this reading. Speaking of readings, if you would like to book a personal reading with me or order an astrology report, I'm going to put those links down below, so don't forget to check those out. And while you're checking things out, don't forget to check me out on Instagram at Divine Feminine Works. Every week I do a series called The Week Ahead, where I do a quick and dirty tarot read, as well as a quick and dirty astro forecast for the upcoming week. So follow me there so you guys don't miss that. Speaking of astro forecast, if you guys want to check out this month's horoscope, I'll put the link for that in the description box as well. I've got a monthly horoscope, and this month I'm starting to do weekly horoscopes. The weekly horoscope's going to be posted every Sunday, so check those out, links in the description box below. Scorpio, as always, everything I do is a labor of love and comes straight from the bottom of my heart. If you feel so inclined and would like to tip me by buying me a coffee, and tips are always appreciated, I'll put that link in the description box below so you can check that out. My loves, as always, it is a privilege and an honor to read for you. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you guys in my next video.